Tagai State College comprises of 17 campuses spread across 15 inhabited islands in the Torres Strait. We're all separated over 48,000 square kilometres of water. Campuses range in size from approximately 15 students at Ulgar to around 450 students at the secondary college on Thursday Island. My name's Matthew Deady. 6 years ago I began a journey of coming to the Torres Strait after a few years teaching near Bundaberg, and in that time I've worked on 3 different islands in the beautiful Zenith Kes, Moore Island, Ulgar and Narupay. Having come up as a teacher now 6 years later, I'm the head of campus at Narupay and working as a Band 6 principal.
Teaching in the Torres Straits, it's not like teaching anywhere else in Queensland. It's a really, really unique teaching experience. Our students come to school speaking English as an additional language, and the context that we teach in is English as a foreign language. So just as well as we're teaching the Australian curriculum, we're also teachers of the English language as well. I came to the Torres Straits 5 years ago as a beginning teacher, and this was my first posting, and the teaching and learning team, the teaching and learning coach in particular, really supported me to become the best teacher that I could. 5 years later, I'm a teaching and learning coach at Tagai State College, and I get to work with teachers like myself 5 years ago and really support the teaching team to become the best teachers that we can for our students.
From 2020, all key learning areas of the Australian curriculum will be couched under the banner of Education for Life. What that means is that this is a golden opportunity for us to embed Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander knowledges and perspectives into the curriculum assessment and reporting. Also making it very contextualised and relevant for our children, and it's valuing their languages, their knowledges, the things that they bring to the table in terms of starting with the glass half full. And of course, not disadvantaging our children, we want to ensure that our curriculum is also going to equip them for being confident and competent in terms of the local context here, but also knowing and understanding the global context as well.
At Tagai State College, we teach using the Australian curriculum. So when we plan for, teach and assess the Australian curriculum, we also take into consideration our unique context up here. So a lot of our campuses include many multi-age classrooms, so we have up to 20 different multi-age cohorts across the college. So we need to be able to cater for that, as well as our students are quite transient, our staff are quite transient as well. So we have high expectations about our students. We teach using the Australian curriculum, but we just make sure that we also include a lot of strategies to include the EALD factor. So as you're probably aware, many of our students, probably close to 100% of our students, speak English as a third or fourth language. So we need to make sure that when we're teaching the Australian curriculum, we're also teaching how to use standard Australian English at the same time. So our units and our assessment are designed and responsive to those needs as well.
But you've got to do it to dugongs or to turtles.
We do have very high expectations for our students, and we expect them to perform as any other student across the nation and the state. This is also in response to the desires and the vision for the people of the Torres Strait Nation. That's what they want for their students and children as well. So we do make sure that we try and upskill teachers as best as we can, doing certain professional development around the curriculum, around how our students learn in particular. We have pedagogy aligned to how our students learn best in explicit instruction, and we use that to deliver the curriculum as well. We ensure that teachers do have high expectations for our students. We hold the bar very high up here, and we look at our kids like we would at any other children, and we want them to be able to achieve as they would on the mainland. We have the same curriculum, assessment, moderation, reporting processes as anywhere else across the state, and we want to make sure that the judgments that we are awarding for our students can stand up against any other judgments across the state as well.
So teachers are really well supported by our teaching and learning team. We have a head of curriculum, a head of teaching and learning, but also 3 teaching and learning coaches that fly out to the outer islands, as well as work with teachers on our inner islands and support teachers in the classroom, whether it be with curriculum, pedagogy, classroom management, all sorts of things. So that's what I do. I'm a teaching and learning coach for 5 of our campuses, Waibeni, Buway, Uga, Baru, Kadhego, Malakai, and I have the pleasure of going out and visiting these campuses and working with the heads of campuses, the teachers, teacher aides, community teachers, the whole teaching team that comes together to improve student learning.
Some of the resources that we provide can be found on our Blackboard, so there is a lot of resources to support the implementation of the Australian curriculum and the teaching and learning cycle. We also have a handbook that we will give out to teachers, and this is basically like your Bible. It has everything that you will need to know about teaching and learning at Tagai State College.
Tagai State College really believes in a thing called growing your own, looking at the staff that we have here and maximising the potential of every person to become the best that they can be, whether it be in leadership or the classroom.
We've got about over 30 staff members at the high school, and the majority of the students at the high school come from a number of different islands, surrounding islands throughout the Torres Strait. If a teacher would to come to our school, they would learn a variety of different teaching strategies and learn how to contextualize the curriculum to ensure our students are able to engage within the Australian curriculum.
So welcome to Waibeni, Buway, Narupay, Mudh. We're the largest primary campus of Tagai State College. We offer education from kindy to grade 6 and have roughly around 408 students at our campus. We have around about 52 staff members at our school, 23 teachers, 3 administration staff, business manager, 2 front office staff, 2 groundsmen, 3 cleaners and 15 teacher aides and a student welfare officer. Our teacher aides are an integral part of our education service delivery. Our teacher aides are from the community and provide a strong connection between the school and the community. They're invaluable for our teachers as they co-plan and co-educate together, because they can give valuable insights into the community and the different needs of students and their families. When we talk about teachers at our school, we talk about teaching teams, which include teachers and teacher aides.
It is the most incredible experience to have the privilege of working on a really remote outer island. I've been up there for 4 years now, and I guess engaging and working with the community, the staff, lots of really special experiences, things that you can't even imagine are going to happen in your world, and stories that you'll be able to take back, just so special. A few things that I guess I want to say about being up there and being in a really remote context. You are remote, it is isolating at times, but the support mechanisms that we have in place in the college, amongst our peers, the college systems of coaches and I guess other college leaders that are there to help us work with community, work with one another and work towards improving outcomes for students are outstanding.
Kapugaiga, Debbie. My name's Ned David. I've been privileged to be in the chair of the Torres Strait Island Regional Education Council for the last 16 years. SIREC as an organisation plays an important role in that. It's the key peak advocacy organisation that represents the voice for parents, students, communities. And our role in education is to ensure that the college, the department, all the other key external stakeholders, understand very clearly that this is what our people want and this is what the organisation believes are the appropriate, action or strategies that can assist in addressing all these challenges that we face. The college itself has developed and is modelling, I think, some best practice ideas and strategies that we can share, we can showcase, that makes our region, the partnership that we have between community and college, as a model of excellence.
Hi, I'm Sandra Cathcart. I'm the Senior Head of Campus at Tagai State College. Today I want to show you a few devices that we're going to introduce for next year. The first device I want to show you is a B-bot. All you do is simply program what you want it to do. So for this one, I'm just going to ask it to go one step forward, do a 90 degrees turn, and then come back. I've programmed in the coding, and now I'm just going to press go. Let's see what's going to happen. That's 90 degrees backward. The Year 2 students at Tagai State College are going to be learning about the Ozobots. So they'll be learning coding too. The Ozobot's a very small little device, and it just works, the coding actually works from the colours. You can see here, if I put it here, it's going to follow this track. And every time it reaches a different colour, it will do different, but it will behave differently. After a while, the students learn how to use the colours and actually program the Ozobot to do what it wants. All right, for the other grades, we've also got the next step up is the Spheros. We also have a Makey kit. Many of you would have seen the Makey. It's really good for Year 4 because they study electricity and circuits. The other one that we have is a little Edison robot. This is a robot. You can program it to do things. There's just so many different things that the students will be learning with coding. As you can see, it's compatible to Lego, so they can also create as well. And lastly is our favourite one, which is our drone, which we introduced a year ago. And I'll just show you. With drone, you need to use Tinker on the iPad. That's why all schools have been provided an iPad. And all we do, we control it with Tinker. And I'm going to take this drone up by pressing take off. And the drones only stay at that level, which is usually at shoulder level. Students are provided with goggles, and they're just taught how to rotate the drone, move the drone in different directions.
The beautiful location that is Tagai State College offers you very heavily subsidised accommodation. On the outer islands, however, accommodation is limited. Singles are required to share. You need to be the type of person who can get along with others, even though those others may not have been bosom friends had you met in a different situation. So you need to have skills and strategies to learn to get along with and live with others. You have utilities on the outer islands are all covered by the department and very heavily subsidised rental. For families, this is a wonderful location to raise your children. Children can be children. Up here in the Torres Strait, if I go for a walk on a Saturday morning, I see the children down on the beach with sticks digging for crabs. I see them up trees, riding their bikes with safety around the island. So if you're looking for a location which is really back to nature, there is nowhere better to raise a family.
My expectations of a teacher coming into our school would be to firstly build positive relationship with our students, knowing where they come from, where their backgrounds are, and knowing how they best learn in the classroom, and also connecting with our community.
If you come to teach at Tagai State College, be prepared to work really, really hard, but I know that the rewards are huge. I would relive my time at Saibai over and over again, and I know that I can be the best teacher now because of the teaching experience that I had in my first couple of years.
So my expectations of teachers are contextually this environment may be very different to what people are used to. So my expectation is when people come here, they come here with an open mind to learn about our students, learn about our community and learn about our context. I really value teachers that can form strong relationships with children, parents and stakeholders and strong rapport, and want to see educators working together in a team environment for the best interests and best outcomes for our students.
The type of teacher we're looking for at Tagai State College is a teacher who is prepared to go to the end of the earth for their students. When you come to join the team at Tagai State College, you'll have a wraparound support system in place to support you to be the absolute best you can be. We're looking for teachers who come up with an open mind and heart, prepared to accept that they are visitors to this region, and as such, they will learn far more than they give, particularly in the beginning. When you arrive up to the college, you will have an induction, which is a college-wide induction, here on Thursday Island at the beginning of the year. You will have the whole leadership team around you, the teaching and learning team, and we unpack for you the tips and tricks you'll need to make a great start when you head out to your Outer Island campus.
I remember getting my first phone call at the beginning of the year to come up and teach at a very remote little island, Bowie Island, which is one of our campuses up here, 6 kilometres off the coast of Papua New Guinea. 12 years later, I'm still here, I've been in a multitude of roles. Still, just probably the best thing for me is the kids and the community and being able to learn so much from them. So it's not just about me teaching the students, but it's about them teaching me as well. And I think if the opportunity is knocking on your door, grab it with both hands and come on up and see it for yourself. It's just spectacular on so many levels.
Look, the kids are gorgeous. They're wild and fun and love everybody that they meet. Every new person that comes in, they're all over you. It's complex, challenging at times, but just like with community, if you build really good relationships with the kids, they want to work with you. You become a great partnership in their learning, and they will give you more joy than you can possibly imagine.
We are isolated in the Torres Strait geographically, with every island being separated by water. However, we're not in bubbles. There are a huge number of other people living a very similar experience on the island next door, and connecting with those people is one of the best things you can do in your time while you're here.
If you make a connection with the people, they're friends for life. And that's why I love coming back here. I feel it's part of a big family. And look, you hear that a lot, the token statements and cliches thrown around about family and connection and relationship. But once you're up here, you can actually feel it. It really has got a good vibe in terms of support and connectedness and family. It's absolutely fantastic, yeah.
Lots of people who come up to the college, they think that they've got the answer to what all of our problems are. But there's a saying that you learn once you've been up here for a little while. It's called No Mathapipa, and it's about sitting back and relaxing and, watching and observing and seeing what's already in place and realising that there's actually a reason for everything that we do up here. There's people that have been here long before my time, and lots of decisions that are made, and really good decisions are based on knowing communities, knowing the things that work and knowing the things that don't work. So relax a little, come up, sit back, take it all in, and ask some questions before you dive into thinking that we need all the answers.
If you're thinking of coming up to the Straits, whether you be an experienced teacher and you're a good teacher, or you're just starting out on your teaching career, but you're up for a challenge and you're ready to learn, come to the Torres Straits.
If you want to make the difference to the lives of children, this is the place to be. If you want to learn skills and abilities that not only will shape your educational future, but also your life, this is the place to be. If you want to make a difference in education, Tagai State College is the place to be.
Living in the Torres Straits and working with Tagai State College is a truly once-in-a-lifetime experience. It will change you personally and professionally, and it's something I would recommend to anyone who is looking for excitement, who's looking to further themselves and further their professional growth.